Are you ready to unlock a level of personal growth that puts you a cut above the rest? Ready to make daily choices that not only transform you, but also how you perceive the world around you? Welcome to a journey into the heart of Stoic philosophy, a path where you learn to outshine 99% of others, not through competition, but through inner transformation. In this video, we'll explore the 5 Stoic choices you can make today to outshine others. Buckle up and get ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment like no other. Welcome to your first pivotal choice on this transformative journey, choosing acceptance. Now you might wonder, why acceptance? Isn't life all about changing our circumstances? Well, let me tell you a secret. The first step towards change is acceptance. Just imagine a time when life threw an unexpected curveball at you. Maybe it was a sudden downpour on the day of your picnic, a traffic jam when you were running late, or perhaps a sudden shift in your career path. What was your first reaction? Most likely resistance, right? That inner voice screaming, "This can't be happening!" But did that resistance change the situation, or did it just spike your stress levels? This is where choice 1 comes into play. The Stoics emphasize that we don't control and can't rely on external events, only ourselves and our responses. So why not shift from resistance to acceptance? This doesn't mean resignation or complacency, but understanding and working with the reality of the situation, not against it. So next time life throws a wrench in your plans, you take a deep breath, you accept the situation, and you adapt. There's no wasted energy on frustration or wishful thinking, just you making the best out of the present moment. The rain doesn't stop, but you choose to dance in it rather than wait for the sun. Sounds empowering, right? That's the beauty of acceptance, a simple yet profound shift that can turn your everyday struggles into opportunities for growth. Ready to make this choice? Let's dive deeper into how you can apply this in your everyday life in our next segment. Choosing a thoughtful response. We're all familiar with that immediate gut reaction when things don't go our way. It's as though our emotions take the steering wheel and dictate how we react. But have you ever considered the power of a thoughtful response over a reflex reaction? Picture this: you've just received a critical email from a colleague. The words seem harsh, unfair even. Instinct pushes you to reply with equal harshness, a hasty reaction. But let's freeze that moment. What if, instead of immediately hitting back, you pause, breathe, and consider your options? You could react with anger, escalating the situation. Or you could respond with understanding and professionalism, potentially transforming a conflict into a constructive conversation. The situation is the same, but your thoughtful response not only changes the outcome, but also how you feel about it. This is what the Stoics meant when they said, "We suffer not from the events in our life, but our judgment of them." Reactions are often just unfiltered judgments, raw and unconsidered. A thoughtful response, on the other hand, is your conscious choice, your power to turn a predicament into a positive interaction. Sounds liberating, doesn't it? By making this choice, you take back control of your emotional well-being, which perfectly sets the stage for our next transformational choice. Moving on to choice 3, choosing control over concern. The world around us is a whirlwind of events, most of which we have little to no control over. But what about our inner world, our actions, thoughts, and reaction? That's a different story. And that's exactly where choice 3 comes into play. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam. You can worry, curse, honk your horn, but does it make the cars move any faster? That's concern over the uncontrollable. Now, instead, imagine using that time to listen to an audiobook, a podcast, or simply to enjoy a moment of quiet in your busy day. That's focusing on your sphere of control. The Stoics taught that while we can't command the world around us, we are the masters of our own minds. By shifting your focus from concern over external events to controlling your internal responses, you trade stress and frustration for calmness and effectiveness. You don't control the traffic, but you do control how you use that time. You don't control the weather, but you control how you dress for it. You don't control others' actions, but you control your reactions to them. This shift in perspective isn't just liberating, it's empowering. Now let's explore choice 4. Choosing perspective over chaos. Life, as we know it, can often seem like a labyrinth of complexities and chaos. When we're engrossed in the thick of it, everything can feel overwhelming. This is where the power of perspective swoops in. Imagine you're amidst a forest. All around you are trees, dense and towering, blocking your vision. It's easy to feel lost, right? But what if you could climb to the top of one of those trees and see the entire forest, understanding your place within it? That's the power of perspective. The Stoics taught that perspective is our greatest tool in dealing with life's challenges. When faced with a problem, they would remind themselves of the grandeur of the universe and the transient nature of life's struggles. While this change in perspective helps turn mountains back into molehills and chaos into order. When you choose perspective over chaos, you're not denying or belittling your struggles. Instead, you're acknowledging them within the larger tapestry of life. Understanding that they are but a small piece of a much bigger puzzle. Sounds enlightening, doesn't it? And that's not all. This wider perspective isn't just about seeing the bigger picture, it's about understanding our role within it, which leads us beautifully to our next choice. Moving steadfastly through our transformative journey, we arrive at choice 5, choosing virtue. In a world often driven by impulse and immediate gratification, choosing virtue might seem old-fashioned, even daunting. But what if I told you it's the secret to true fulfillment and character? Imagine you're at a crossroads. One path is easy, expedient, but compromises your values. The other is challenging, demanding, yet upholds your integrity. The Stoics would advise choosing the tougher path because it's lined with the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Choosing virtue means practicing wisdom in your decisions, showing courage in adversity, being just in your actions, and maintaining temperance in your desires. It's not about being perfect, but striving for moral excellence. This choice might not always lead to instant gratification, but it builds a strong character, garners respect, and leads to enduring satisfaction. Doesn't this seem like a choice worth making? Remember, virtue is not just about individual benefit. It's about contributing positively to the world around us. Change is a process, not an event. Thank you for joining this journey into the heart of Stoicism. See you in the next session as we continue our path to outshine not just others, but our former self. Until then, stay strong, stay stoic.